Hi gorgeous, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a very exciting video. I'm going to do a demo and 7 days wear test on Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, which stays all day and night. So this is what the foundation look like. I picked up in the shade 7 Warm. It wasn't very easy for me to find the right shade because I have to buy online because Charlotte Tilbury is not available in Australia in stores. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the wear test first. So the 7-day wear test of this foundation and how it wear out through those 7 days. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to do a demo and then my final thoughts about it. So if you guys are interested to know, you will know my thoughts in the very first 7 days wear test, but if you guys are interested to know my final thoughts and how this foundation held up throughout those 7 days wear test, please keep watching. Hey guys, so this is day 1. I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury foundation and the time is 2:30 in the afternoon, and I did apply this foundation like 5:30 in the morning, so it's 9 hours since I'm wearing this foundation and I have not touched up whatsoever. And this is what my face looks like after 9 hours of wearing this foundation. I'll just come a little bit close. So yeah, this is what the foundation looks like. So probably you can tell that my nose is like very oily, and there is on the tip of my nose there is no foundation left, and my skin is a little bit oily even around my nose as well, and I did lose a little bit foundation on my chin as well, so it's basically disappeared just in this area, and it did cling to my dry patches on my upper lips, which could be I have not exfoliated my skin like in 2 weeks, so that could be the reason. I will exfoliate my face today and then I'll see if it make any difference tomorrow. So yeah, this is what my face look like, but overall the foundation looks pretty good, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to powder my face and then I will be back in 2 seconds. Alright guys, so I just powdered my face. So I just powdered like on my nose and around my nose, on my chin, and a little bit just on my forehead. So, and now my face look like I just applied my makeup. And the other thing I noticed is it does settle in my smile lines, which is weird because none of the other foundation does that. So when I was at work, I just with my finger I just blended the foundation just once though. So yeah, so this is my first day check-in for the foundation, and I'm actually pretty impressed the way it looks. Apart from that, it's clings into my dry patches on my upper lips, but we'll see because I will be doing probably a week of wear test, so we'll see how it wear out through the week because I will try it with different primers, with different powders and all that. Today I use this powder here. It's from Hourglass palette, and yeah, so if I look myself in the mirror, it just looked like I freshly applied my makeup, and blush, bronzer, highlighter, everything, it's looking perfect. So far so good, but we'll see what my final thoughts are. But for the very first day, I'm actually pretty impressed. So yeah, it is a full coverage foundation, but if you will apply a little bit less, then you can get medium kind of coverage if you don't want to wear it as a full coverage. I haven't done anything special with this foundation. I'm just wearing it as I will normally wear. The primer I used, it was from Hourglass, and that was their Veil primer, and I only used it at on my nose and around my nose and a little bit on my chin, and that's it. I'm not wearing any primer whatsoever apart from my probably you can say my T-zone basically, so my nose, around my nose, and on my chin. And to be honest, none of the other foundation stays on my nose, so it's not this is the only foundation which is doing that. It's every other foundation does that, and dabbing a little bit of powder just fix the problem. So alright guys, I will check in back tomorrow, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye gorgeous. Hi guys, so this is the second day of wearing the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I'm not sure how the quality of the video is gonna be and how good you can see me because I'm just sitting in the car. I just finished work, and yeah, please don't mind my voice and my face. I'm so tired. I just had really upset sleep last night, and I've been sneezing all day today, so I'm really tired. So it's almost 2:30 again. I've been wearing this foundation for 9 hours. So this is what my face look like, and today actually I am wearing a primer underneath. So yesterday I was only wearing primer on my nose and on my chin. So today I'm wearing Dior Backstage primer all over my face, and on my nose and on my chin I'm wearing Benefit Professional primer. But it's the same thing again. I've been like, there is no foundation on the tip of my nose, and today actually, because I've been sneezing all day today and I have runny nose, so which explains. But even like this, I didn't touch my nose at all, and there was no foundation anyway. But if you look at it around my chin area, today there is foundation on my chin, which is good. And I did exfoliate my face last night because the foundation was clinging to my dry patches. It's better than yesterday, but it's still like clinging to my dry patches. I don't know if you are able to see it or not. But apart from that, I mean, like, it looks beautiful. It make my face look really flawless. um yeah, so this is my check-in for the second day. So what I'm gonna do is, again, I'm gonna powder my face, and for that one I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury powder. So I will be back in 2 seconds after applying the powder. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I just applied the powder on my nose and on my chin area, and it looked as I just applied it, as I said yesterday. So yeah, so this is my check-in for the second day of the foundation. Really sorry if the lighting is bad, and just don't mind my eyebrows. I need to go and get my threading done. I'm just being really lazy. I have to go tomorrow, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye gorgeous. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is day 3 of wearing the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and this is what my face look like, and the time is again 2:30. So I've been working like this week. It's like 6 to around 2, and then I'm like home around 2:30. So this is what my face look like after like 9 hours of wearing foundation. Today it didn't cling to my dry patches on my chin or on my upper lips, and the only thing different I did is I did apply it with the beauty sponge instead of applying with a brush. But like on the rest of my face, I can't really tell any difference, like if I'll apply with the brush or if I'll apply with the beauty blender. Of course the finish will be like kind of less full coverage because you're applying with a sponge, and sponge does absorb a little bit of product. But yeah, so the last 2 days I applied with a brush and it did cling to my dry patches, but today I cannot see it clinging to any of my dry patches. And I did exfoliate my skin the day before, but it made a little bit difference yesterday, but not much. But if I'll see myself today in the mirror, like, there is nothing clinging into my dry patches on my chin or on my upper lip. So as you guys can see, so this is what my face look like. I mean, like, my face, it looks beautiful. I don't know what else to say. And I did try it with different primer today. So I applied the NYX Snow Shine primer on my nose and on my chin, and on the rest of my face I applied the Fenty Beauty primer, not the new one, the old one. We'll probably insert pictures like right here somewhere to give you guys an idea that which primer did I used on every single day. So today, if you can see, the tip of my nose, like every other day, it's oily, but apart from that, foundation has held really well. And yeah, it looks flawless. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know what's in this foundation, but it just like make your skin look so good and flawless. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of powder, and for my powder today I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder, and then I will be right back. Hey guys, so I applied the powder on the tip of my nose, and this is what my face looked like after applying the powder. Yeah, and then because like the tip of my nose is very oily, it did gather around the side of my nose. And yeah, just applying a little bit powder will fix that. So Yeah, so this is my day number 3 review. Yeah, so I think my thoughts haven't really changed much from the first day to the third day. The only two things, it's like because it didn't cling to my dry patches, I'll apply with the beauty sponge, but I will try again tomorrow with the brush and I'll see if it does the same thing on my chin and on my upper lips. And the other thing it did the first day, it settled down into my smile lines, but on that day, like, we laughed a lot at work. I mean, like, a lot. But like yesterday and today, nothing funny really happened. So, I was just like, you just like smile every now and then, but there was not like crazy laugh. So yeah, and it did not settle down into my smile lines yesterday or today. All right, guys. I'm gonna take off my makeup and I'm gonna take a nap because I'm tired. I didn't have like good sleep last night again. But anyways, yeah, supposed to go and get my threading done, but I was like, you know what? I can't be bothered. So yeah, sorry about that, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is day 4 of wearing Charlotte Tilbury foundation and time is around 3 o'clock. So it's 9.5 hours since I'm wearing this foundation. So today actually my nose is surprisingly not that oily. So today my nose is not as oily as it was in the last 3 days. And the thing I did different is I actually did a little bit baking on my nose. So I left, so like I used the translucent powder and I actually left it for like good 5 to 6 minutes on my nose. So I mean, it is a little bit oily, but actually there is still foundation on my nose, so which I'm impressed with. But saying that, it did settle into my smile lines a little bit. So I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I apply it with the brush, because yesterday it didn't settle down in my smile lines, but I think the day before it didn't settle down in my smile lines as well. So I don't know if it has to do with the fact that maybe I was smiling or laughing a lot today. I don't know, but if you guys can see, like, it's like a little bit settling down in my smile lines. And a little bit product like built around my nose. I mean, it's not bad. It's not as bad as it's been from the last 3 days, which I'm really impressed. And I did use another primer. So I used today Soap and Glory primer. I'll probably put a picture here somewhere. I don't know if it has to do with something with the primer and the baking, or just the baking, like with the translucent powder. I will use the same technique tomorrow, but with the primer that I have already used in the past 3 days, and then we'll see if it make any difference. So this is what my face looked like 9 hours later, or 9.5 hours later, and I'm pretty impressed. It's beautiful. The only thing is it's settling into my smile lines, but we have few more days to test it out, and I'll see if it has to do with the fact that apply with the beauty blender, or if I'll apply a little bit more powder that it won't settle down into my smile lines. We'll see about that. So I'm gonna apply a little bit powder on my nose because it's a little bit shiny, and then I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back, and for my powder today I actually used the Hourglass powder in diffused light, and I'll show you just like this white color powder, like creamish whitish kinda. And this is what my face looked like after applying the powder. I mean, like, it just looked like I just applied the foundation. So day number 4 is down, 3 more to go, because I really wanna do it like a whole week, 7 days. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 5 check-in. Bye guys. Hey guys, it's me again, and the time is 2:05, and I just finished work again. I'm in my car because I'm gonna go and get my threading done finally. So I thought I'll do a check-in before I get my threading done, because after that probably there will be no foundation on my forehead, because I'm gonna get my forehead threaded as well. But anyway, so 2 o'clock, so it's been 8.5 hours since I'm wearing this foundation, and today it's actually very interesting, because if I look myself in the mirror, I think there is no foundation on the tip of my nose. And yeah, even like around the side it's building a little bit. But if I'll just like come close to the camera, I'm not sure if you will be able to see but there is no foundation like on my cheeks. It just disappear from like this part and this part, and even like it's like clinging to my dry patches around this area, and of course on my chin again and on my upper lips. But I'm not sure if you are able to see it, but here around this area it's like separated, and it's like settling into my dry patches around here, and same goes on this area as well, so it's like separating. And yeah, it did settle into my smile lines as well today, which is really weird because not the smile lines but like the foundation, it's not looking good today. And it's really funny because I was like, oh, I'm like doing check-ins every single day, but it's just like pretty much same thing. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I should do like 7 days because every single day the result is same. But funny enough, today it's not the same. It's not looking beautiful at all. It's not looking good in person. I don't know how will it show up on the camera, but in person it's not looking good. It looked really cakey and separated, and the only thing different I did was I actually used Hourglass with primer. First I was like, oh, I'll just use on my nose, but then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use it all over my face. And this is what happened. And that primer, it's like number one selling primer if I'm not mistaken, and it's been considered really good to control oils and all that, and then like prepare your base for like smooth application of the foundation. Also in the mirror, I was like, what the hell happened? So I mean, like the very first day I was not wearing any primer and I had no issue with the foundation apart from of course my nose and my dry patches on the chin, but I never had any issue with the foundation just fading away or like separating around my chin area. And today, well, we have a different result. So I'm again gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury powder. So, and I'm just using this Real Technique brush. I'm just gonna dab a little bit of powder, and I'm gonna apply it on my nose and on my chin. And of course, we're gonna go into the smile lines, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on my nose. And I'll see if I'll just use, like there is nothing on the brush, so I'll see if I can blend this area here, because yeah, the foundation is separated here. I don't think I will be able to do it unless like you got beauty blender, but we'll see. Okay, even after applying the powder on my nose, it's not looking good because there is no foundation left at all, so my nose look red, and like there is a color difference on the tip of my nose and on the rest of my nose, so as you guys can see. And yeah, even like after applying the powder, it's not looking good. And because I've been wearing this foundation from like last how many 5 days now, it didn't look that bad. Like it didn't look bad at all. Like I was loving the finish. Like after applying the powder, my face will look like I just applied the foundation like after 9 hours. But today we got different result. So alright guys, so this is my day number 5 review, which is, you guys can tell that I'm not very impressed, and that is because of that primer. So now I know that that primer won't go well with this foundation, and I will actually try that primer with other foundation that I have to see that if it does the same thing, because I was surprised that people said it's really good for the oily skin, and it never worked for my skin, and I was really surprised. So I got my answer today. But I will test that primer out with other foundation as well, but like yeah, that's a different story. Hi guys, so I gotta go now because I got like 2:30 appointment for my threading, and it's almost like 2:15, and it's gonna take me 20 minutes, which means I will be late. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye gorgeous. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is day number 6 of me testing Charlotte Tilbury foundation. And today I actually started at 5 o'clock. So I'm wearing this foundation from 4:30 in the morning, and now it's 1:30. And this is what my face look like. As you guys can probably see, again, there is no foundation left, not just on the tip, but like around like half of my nose. But my nose is not as oily as it's been in the previous days, but like there is hardly any foundation left on my nose anyway. And again, it did settle into my smile lines a little bit, and I'm not sure if you're able to see, but it's kind of like separated around my chin area here. Not sure like what actually happened. Today actually I'm wearing Galan Lore primer all over my face and Soap and Glory primer on my nose. So yeah, this is what my face look like. I mean, like overall the foundation is like looking good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a little bit face powder and I will be back. Alright guys, I'm back. So this is what my face look like after applying the powder. And today again I used the Hourglass palette. I just used this powder right here. The one thing I noticed in like last 2 days that this foundation does not work with like certain primers. Like the primer from Galan, it's like one of my favorite primer, but this foundation does not look that good with that primer for some reason. So I think it just goes good with some primer and some primer it doesn't sit well. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that the ingredient in the foundation and the ingredient in the primer doesn't go well together or something like that. But like I've been wearing this, so this is the 6th day today, and the first 4 days you know, the foundation looks so flawless even without the primer. The very first day I applied the foundation without the primer and it looked flawless. I mean, like when I applied in the morning it looked flawless, but today at this time I am not as impressed as I was like 2 days ago, because it looked alright but it does not look flawless. And yesterday, which primer did I use yesterday? Yeah, so yesterday was the Hourglass primer and today is the Galan primer. But for Galan primer, I mean, like I've been using that primer for a few years now, so it goes well with my Dior foundation, it goes well with my MAC foundation, so but probably it's not gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury one. But anyways, this is what my face look like, and actually I'm going to city, so I will probably, I'm not gonna change my makeup or anything like that. I will probably like spray my face and then just like blend it with the beauty blender a little bit, but I'm not applying any more product on my face basically. So if I'll remember, when I will come back from city, I will probably do another check-in, because it will be good to see, because it's been already 9 hours and I will be back like probably like within 3 hours or something like that, and then we'll see like how good it held up, you know, after applying the powder and the facial spray and all that. So I may see you guys in a bit if I'll remember that. Bye guys. Hey guys, I'm back and the time is 5:30 in the evening. So my last check-in was 1:30. I'm just back from city. I just did a bit of shop. So the first thing I did is I came back and I checked myself in the mirror, and surprisingly the foundation is looking pretty good. So the only thing I did after doing the check-in, I actually spray all over my face, and then I just went with the beauty sponge and I just dab it all over my face, and it actually looking pretty good. So it's been 12 hours since I'm wearing this, and we did a little touch up after 9 hours. And yeah, this is how my face looking at the moment. Now it's actually looking flawless. I'm like really impressed. Yeah, it's exactly looking how it was looking for the first 4 days. Like the foundation was looking flawless. And yeah, I mean, like it's like 2 days in a row, which is telling me that, you know, your primer has to do a lot of how the foundation will look basically, because few of the primers made it look like so beautiful, and few of the primer like make it look really disgusting, and even like without the primer it was looking beautiful. So you know, so the spray I used is the Mario Badescu one, and it's the rose water one, and this is what it's look like. And I've been using this spray like I haven't changed the spray. Actually, I actually did spray Urban Decay as well this morning just to see if it will make my makeup last longer, but it didn't basically. But anyway, so every single day I've been using the same spray even in the morning. I'm sorry if the camera is shaking because my arms are really hurting. I did like kind of intense workout yesterday, arm workout, and like this camera feels so heavy to my arms at the moment. Last check-in tomorrow, so I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Bye, gorgeous. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is the last day of me testing out the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. So today is day number 7 and the time is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been wearing this foundation since 4:30 in the morning, so it's been 9.5 hours, and as always I haven't touched up or anything like that. So this is what my face looked like 9.5 hours later, with no touch-ups. So I think you guys will be able to tell like from past 6 days, so you will be able to guess now. There is not much foundation left on the tip of my nose, which is like a normal thing for me. Every other foundation does that, but my nose is not that oily, which usually it is, and I think it has to do with that Soap and Glory primer that I'm using. That primer, it's, oh god, I hurt my arm. The primer has like really tacky consistency, so it's like a glue. I think it helped to stop the oil to come to the surface. I mean, like, I think so. Anyways, yesterday I was saying that today I won't be wearing any primer, but the most important primer that I forgot to wear was the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter that you can use it as a highlighter, you can mix it with your foundation, or you can wear it underneath your foundation. So first, today I decided not to wear primer, but when I opened my drawer, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even test this primer with the foundation. Today I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and then on the top of that, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush foundation. I think that's what it's called. So this is what my face looked like, and today my foundation didn't fade or anything like that. It didn't separate it apart from the tip of my nose, and my makeup is looking flawless actually. So, and it didn't even settle into my smile lines today, so which is a bonus. So today I'm just gonna tap a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. I'll show you guys. It has a very long name. So this is the one, and it's in the shade number 2. And I'm just gonna pat it over my face, and I will be back in a sec. Alright guys, so I'm back, and this is what my face looked like after applying the powder. The deep foundation, it's looking flawless. My face is looking flawless. Yeah, I mean, like, this is how my face looked like 9.5 hours later after doing a little bit of touch up with the powder. So yeah, I will actually sit down and gather my thoughts together, and then I will show you guys how I actually apply it as well, because I've been working like early mornings, I was not really able to film how I apply the foundation and all that. So I'll do that like demo kind of thing as well in the video when I will put all of these clips together. So day number 7, and I'm really glad that we finished on a positive note, because the last 2 days the foundation did not look good at all. It's Friday today. I have finished work. I'm so excited. It's a long weekend. I have 4 days off, and I will film that video, like the last part, probably like on Tuesday or something like that, and I will be putting this up next week. Alright guys, so I will see you in my demo video. Bye gorgeous. So guys, this is how my face is looking 9.5 hours later. My blush, my bronzer, my contour, everything is still there, and my face is looking like flawless. Like, I just applied the makeup, and I love that about this foundation being like full coverage and all that. It looked beautiful on the skin. Alright guys, so I'm going to do a demo of Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is what the packaging look like. I mean, like, I think I do have the outer box somewhere as well. I don't know where it is at the moment, but this is what the foundation look like. It comes with a pump, which is really good, and the packaging is really nice. It's like frosty glass, and it claims like it stays all day and night blah blah blah. I don't want to bore you guys because probably like there are a million trillion videos of explaining the claiming test and all that. What I'm going to do is the claim they're making on the website. I'm just going to put it either in the description box below or either just like around the side so you guys can read it, or I'll put a link of the website in the description bar so you guys can check it out, all the claims and all that. So anyways, without further ado, we're gonna jump right into the demo so you guys can see how I apply this foundation on daily basis. So let's go ahead. Right guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep my skin, as like I have not applied anything and my skin is feeling really dry. So what I'm gonna do is I was wearing this foundation, like I will prep my skin really well. So I'm gonna apply this serum that I got a tester of. It's Fresh Vitamin Nectar Serum. I mean, like, it's not the true packaging, it's just a sample that I got yesterday from Sephora. So I'm gonna apply that one because my serum, the one I was using from Dr. Dennis Gross, is finished. So I'll just use this one. Okay. Oh, it has like little sparkles in it. I mean, like, I don't want to spill it, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. This is what it's look like. It comes in like a green glass bottle. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. It's kind of like oil based, kind of. Smell very citrus. So this is what it's look like. So I'm just gonna rub it on my hands and I'm gonna apply it all over my face. It absorbs into my skin very quickly, like it's not sitting on the top of my skin, which is really good, and there is like nothing left on my hands. That's pretty good. Alrighty, so after applying the serum, I'm just gonna apply the moisturizer, and the one I'm using, it's from Dior. It's the Capture Youth Age Delay Advanced Cream. This is what it looks like. It's just a sample size that I got with a gift with purchase. I'm actually really liking this moisturizer because it smells so good and it's very hydrating as well. So the thing with this foundation is you have to make sure that you prep your skin really well. If you have like dry skin, I would say. So I have combination skin at the moment. So it's like my nose and my chin does get oily, but apart from that my skin is like really dry, especially like my cheeks and my jaw, around my jaw area. It's very dry. Oh, I got some allergy. I don't know what happened, but anyway. So yeah, with this foundation you guys have to make sure that you prep your skin really well, that your skin is like nice and hydrated. For my eyes, today I'm going to use the C Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream. It's from Drunk Elephant. And I'm just going to apply a little bit underneath my eyes. Just taking that much, and I'm just going to divide it. Sorry, I'm just like looking on the side because I just got a side mirror as well. I'm not gonna use any primer. The reason it's because you guys would probably have seen in my demos, it does not matter if I'm wearing a primer or not. Foundation actually held very well without the primer, apart from like my nose, because my nose is really oily. But anyways, because I'm just gonna do a demo at the moment, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even applying any primer on my nose. So I have prepped my skin, it's well and hydrated, so I'm just gonna go with the foundation. So I mean, like, I like both ways. I like applying with a brush as well as with the sponge. So it's your personal preference. And then another thing is that any foundation I apply, no matter this one or any other, so when I finish my makeup, I'll just like apply a facial spray, and then I will go with the beauty sponge or beauty blender to blend everything, just to make everything seamless. So there is no harsh line, there is nothing, no powders, no foundation. It's like sitting on the top of my skin. But for the sake of this video, I will do like one side with a brush and another side with a beauty blender. This is the foundation, and I got in the shade number 7, Warm. I hope it will focus, and it does have like Charlotte Tilbury written on the cap as well. So it's like 2 little pumps, so I have taken that much before and now, and I'm just gonna dab it around my face. So the brush I'm going with, it's from Morphe and it's M439, and this is what it's look like. It's like a normal foundation brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blend it. So on the other side, I'm just going to go with a beauty sponge. This sponge is from Ella Cosmetic. That's like an Australian company. And yeah, I bought it like a couple of months ago. And it's like the best sponge in the market. Seriously, like if you have applied Beauty Blender and you think the Beauty Blender is the best one, no, it's not. Seriously. I mean, like, I love Beauty Blender. Or I would say, like, I used to love Beauty Blender so much. I was like, you know, nothing can replace my Beauty Blender. But I was wrong. Because this thing, it's way better and way softer and way cheaper than the Beauty Blender. So, yeah, do check these guys out because it's like they do it in a pack of two, so two for 30, and they do have like 20% off every now and then. So just wait for a sale, and then yeah, it's like Beauty Blender is $30 for one. These are like two for 30, so it's like half of the price, and the quality is really good, and it's like way too soft than Beauty Blender. Seriously. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the sponge and I'm gonna blend the foundation. So this is what the finish is. So this side we applied with the brush and this side with the Beauty Blender. If I look myself in the mirror, I can actually tell that this side has a little bit less coverage than this side, of course, because Beauty Sponge, Beauty Blender does soak the product a little bit, so that's that. But the look wise, like the finish, if I got the matte finish or the dewy finish, the finish on both sides, it's like pretty much similar. It does claim as like a matte foundation, but I will say it's like semi-matte because I didn't apply any highlighter underneath, I didn't apply any primer, we only applied the moisturizer and the serum as you guys saw. So this is what my skin looked like just applying the foundation, and I can see that, you know, it does have a little bit of glow in the foundation. My skin look beautiful, making me look like, you know, I'm glowing from within. I hope it's picking up on the camera because in person it's looking beautiful. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go with one more layer of foundation because at the moment it's like medium coverage. Because as you guys can see, you can see my hyperpigmentation, some acne scars, and all of that. So we're gonna go with one more layer. I'm just gonna dot it. And we're just gonna go with the brush on this side. Righty, and we're gonna go with the sponge for the other side. Alright guys, so this is what the foundation looks like. We have applied the second layer. And yeah, I'm like really liking the finish, as you can tell on the camera, hopefully. So this is the brush side. And this is the Beauty Blender side, and I actually like the finish for the both, so I don't mind the brush, I don't mind the Beauty Blender or the beauty sponge because I just love beauty sponges. I love applying my foundation with the beauty sponges because if you like natural glowing kind of finish, this is the way to go. So I like both. Yeah, this is how the foundation look like on my skin. This is pretty much like full coverage foundation. You will probably be able to see my hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, but that's fine. I don't really mind. I can actually cover with the concealer. That's not an issue. It would cover it if I would have done color correct before, but I don't really mind it. So this is the brush side and this is the sponge side. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply face powder because now I normally do set my foundation with the powder anyway. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, I think, but that's what it's called, in shade number medium. So after applying the powder, you guys will be able to tell that if it will mattify the foundation a little bit after applying the powder. Guys, so this is what the foundation looked like after applying the powder. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to tell on the camera that now this foundation look matte, because it did kind of have like semi matte finish where it had a little bit glow, and now it's like my face look completely matte. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish rest of my makeup and I will be back shortly. Hi guys, so I have finished up my makeup and this is what my face looked like after applying the blush, bronzer, highlight, everything, and everything went so smoothly on the top of the foundation. I never have any issue of blending anything when I apply this foundation. Everything worked really well. So my final thought before I wrap up my thoughts, I just want to show you guys how I finish up my makeup. So what I do is I'll just like take any makeup spray. At the moment I'm using this one, or I love MAC Fix Plus. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray it all over my face. It smells so good. It smells like roses. I'm gonna fan dry my face just a little bit. Go with the same beauty sponge that I just used to apply my foundation, and I'm just gonna dab it all over my face, basically. Just like that. Just to make sure that, you know, nothing is sitting on the top of my skin. I don't know if you will be able to tell like on the camera, but in person it make my makeup even look more beautiful, more flawless basically. So yeah, this is what my face look like after applying all the product on the top. My final thoughts are like, I really love this foundation. It's, despite the fact that it's full coverage foundation, it does not feel heavy on the skin. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're wearing really that heavy cakey foundation. So it's 65 Australian dollars and you have to buy online. Charlotte Tilbury is not available in store in Australia yet. I just really wish either Sephora or Mecca it just come to one of the stores so you can actually go in person and like test all of our products. So it's like standard 30 ml you get, but you only need to use tiny bit, so you know you will have good use out of it, because I think most of the foundation do contain like 30 ml product in it. So, and like in Australia we have like foundations does cost you around like between $70 to $100, so depend which one you're getting, the high-end ones. So $65, it's not a bad price. And yeah, you don't really need primer for the foundation. I don't think you do need primers in general anyway. Like, yeah, the one which does control like oil or minimize your pores and stuff like that, that's fine. But like in general, you don't really need a primer for a foundation to work. You just have to make sure that you prep your skin really well. As you guys have seen in my 7 days wear, like the very first day I was not wearing any primer apart from my T-zone, and the foundation actually held really well. The only thing I'm like, I have not actually tried the foundation without the primer like on my nose. I should have done that as well, but anyways, maybe next time. So as you guys seen in my 7 days wear test, this foundation did held up really well without the primer and under some primers. And some of the primer where the primer and the foundation didn't like really get along, so my foundation was looking cakey, it separated, it disappeared, and that was because I was testing it out with some different primers. So some of the primers will work. So if you are using one primer and you don't like it, I would say like try to use it without a primer, or try to use it with some different primers, because I don't know, maybe like some ingredients in that primer and this foundation, they does not work well together. I don't really know, like I don't have that much ingredient knowledge how ingredients work together and all that. But I really love this foundation despite the fact it did settle into my smile lines, but that's not a really big thing. I mean, like none of the other foundation has done that. It's only this foundation which does that. But when I did apply with the beauty blender, I did not have that issue. So despite the fact that it like some of the days it may settle into my smile lines, but like, you know, you check yourself in the mirror and you just like dab a little bit around, you should be fine. So, but the way it make my face look flawless, it's just like, it's a magic. I mean, like, it is like, you know what the name says, Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It is actually flawless foundation because it make your skin look so flawless. So if I have to give this like 10 out of something, I will give this foundation 8 out of 10. I'm not giving 10 out of 10 even I want to, and the reason is because it does settle in my smile lines, and it does not stay in my T-zone, despite the fact that it says that it will stay all day, and it is for oily skin, and I don't have oily skin, and I only have like oily nose and little bit of my chin, and it does not stay very well. But once you bloated it, once you apply powder, it look like you just applied it. So nothing is like that a powder cannot fix. And for that one, I have, as you have seen it, I have tried it with different powders, and the foundation looked really good after applying powder just once, and that was like after 8 or 9 hours of wearing this foundation. So if you have dry skin, you have to make sure that you prep your skin really well before you're applying the foundation, because it may cling to your dry patches, settle into dry patches, and maybe get separated. So you have to make sure that, you know, your skin is well prepped, your skin is exfoliated, your skin is hydrated. The hydrating claim it makes that it will, like, you know, boost up the hydration. I'm not too sure about that, but overall it's a beautiful foundation. If you can get your hands on it, if you can try it as a sample, that's really good. Another thing is that the shade, I was so confused about getting my shade. It was not easy, and the reason is because it wasn't very easy for me to pick up a shade, because I was watching so many YouTube videos to find somebody who is very close to my skin tone, and I could not find anybody. I could not find anybody who was like NC40 or like close to that, close to my skin tone, that somebody is using that foundation. They either someone was a little bit darker, either someone was a little bit lighter, but nobody was like as close as to my skin tone. So that was a total fail. When I was checking online on Charlotte Tilbury's website, so I was like trying to put like different foundation, like the MAC one I have, the Fenty one I have, Huda Beauty one, and the Dior one. Every single one I was putting in, it was coming up with different shades, which was crazy, because I was like, oh my god, I don't really know. So at the end of the day, it was like matching me with 7.5 neutral, and I have warm undertone, I'm not neutral. So I was like, should I get neutral? But I am not neutral. It should match me with the warm undertones. So I did for a few days, and then when I was entering the Huda Beauty one, which is like a perfect match, NC40 from MAC is perfect match. When I was putting MAC NC40, it was matching me with 9 warm, which is a really dark shade when I look up and check few videos on YouTube. When I was entering Fenty and Dior, it was doing 7.5 neutral, and when I was putting the Huda Beauty one, which is like 310G, which means gold, it was matching me with 5 or 5 point warm, and I was like, what the hell? So the only 2 foundation was coming up with the same result was the Fenty 290 and Dior 3 warm. They both were coming up with the result of 7.5 neutral, because I was not neutral. And then with the Huda Beauty one, it was coming up with 5 warm or something like that. So like probably like 2-3 weeks passed by. I was like, okay, maybe the result will come different or something like that. And then one day I was like, okay, I'm going to check one last time if it will give me the result which I believe will be accurate to my skin tone. And I entered the Huda Beauty one, and it came up with 7 warm. So I don't know if there was a glitch with the system, what was it, but it was not easy for me to pick up the shades. They do have shade swatches like on the on their website. So one will show you like just applied, and one it's like when it's settled down like 5 to 10 minutes and it will change color. And I was tossing between 7 warm or 7.5 warm, but then I was like, you know what, the swatch from the swatch was like, I think the 7 should be fine, and I did pick up 7, and I was just praying that this is the right shade. I don't know how it pick up on the camera, but in person it will take like 10-15 minutes, but then it will like completely matches to my skin tone, because when I will apply it, it may look a little bit lighter on the camera, but as the day goes by it look exactly like my skin tone. So I'm really happy that I picked up 7 warm. So that's the shame that, you know, we cannot get Charlotte Tilbury in stores, because that will be a lot much easier. Because, you know, buying lipsticks online, buying foundation online, it's always a gamble, because you don't really know until you actually see it, swatch it, apply it on your face. I feel very happy and lucky that I picked up 7 warm and it actually ended up matching me. So that's all, guys. I mean, like, I've been talking for hours, I feel like, and yeah, I just really love this foundation. If you haven't tried anything from Charlotte Tilbury, I will highly recommend, because her products are beautiful. It's expensive, but it is really, really beautiful. So that's wrap up my video. I hope you guys like the way I did this wear test, because last time I did the Dior one, but I just did like 1 day of wear test, even though I was wearing that foundation for a while. But this time I actually did it on camera, 7-day wear test, and now I'm wrapping up this video. So I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And I have noticed that so many of you watch my videos, but for some reason nobody subscribed to my channel. So please take a moment and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to ring that notification bell button, because every time I will upload, you guys will get a notification. And do let me in the comment section below if you have tried any new foundation, or if you have tried this foundation, and anything you have tried from Charlotte Tilbury, and what's your thoughts about it. My Snapchat and my Instagram in the description bar below. Come say hi. I would love to talk to you guys, and until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, gorgeous.